me and Horsefax do every week, where we go over Farcaster news and what people are building in the ecosystem, try out different mini apps. Today, we're really excited to have Toady and Cody. And so Toady from Betrmint and Cody from Scratch. And so they'll share what they're building. Both of them are super cool. Yeah, so maybe we can, I guess, Horsefax, anything you want to add before we kick it off?
No, I think we're excited to just look at the apps this week and get straight into it. We have some cool tokenized social token gaming experiences to look at this week. So excited about all of them.
Cool. Yeah, so maybe Toady, you start first because you have a live game coming up soon. So
yeah,
we'd love to see it.
Well, first of all, I want to say, what is it? Long time watcher, first time caller, whatever that is. I really like what you guys do and appreciate you guys having me on. So yeah, maybe I could start by just explaining what Betrmint is. It's probably a good starting jumping off point. So Betrmint is a Farcaster mini app, as you could probably guess by the show that you're watching. And it aims to turn supporting on-chain creators into a sort of gamified experience within that mini app. We launched about 4 months ago, or almost 4 months ago now. We run 3 rounds a week with a $1,500 prize pool of base tokens each time. Those rounds are up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. EST. So that's basically now. So if you're watching this and you're waiting for the round to start, that's because we're actually going to do it live. What could go wrong?
Nice.
And during that time, also we've done quite a bit of volume, which is awesome. We've done about $115,000 worth of transaction volume in the app, which is like 30,000 spins in the game, which is pretty crazy. And we've been able to return to help our creators earn over $35,000 worth of creator awards too, which is the North Star for us. So that's a bit about what we're building. And yeah, I guess without further ado, if you guys are down, I've literally got a rabid group chat over on Farcaster waiting for the game to start. And I told them they have to wait this time because we're going to do it live on the show. So they're just waiting for the go ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually do the test round. I do a little test spin before every round begins. And my technical co-founder, NetNose, sends me a note and I do that before we go live. And we're going to do that live on the air this time. So hopefully that's not a bad decision, but
it's a great decision. Let's do it live. Let's go.
Do I have to initiate the share on my end still, or is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and share from your side.
Okay. So we're just going to share.
I'll grab my phone over here too. And
it says Horsefax's take over. Yeah. All right. It says never mind. And there we go. Yeah, should see it now. Let me know if that's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So this is Betrmint. This is what you see when you jump into the app. When a game's going live, you'll see a notification come in the mini app that tells you a round is live. And the instructions are right there at the top. Mint, spin, and win. You collect a piece of content from our featured creator that day. You spin a wheel, and then you get some variable bonus back in a token reward. So today the token is half tippin. The prize pool is half tippin from one of our sponsor partners and half better from our community fund of Better Token. Today's featured content, I'm pretty excited about it. It's part of our Neon Chain Summer series, which is a 10-week art series that we've been running with a bunch of partners. Today's piece is done by Sloppy Pencil. If you're not familiar with him, you should get familiar with him. He's an amazing animator who's super active on chain, super active on Farcaster as well. He's a former animator from Rick and Morty. He used to be one of their senior animators there during the Pickle Rick season. So that's kind of a cool fact about him. And he made this really cool piece. Basically, the prompt that we gave artists for this series was on-chain summer, base on-chain summer, but make it neon. So he's kind of done that with this really cool animation of the sun, the earth, and the moon. It looks like going on a joyride with a bunch of little stickers on the car. So what you do is you jump in. Definitely don't take as much time yapping as I do when you jump in the app, or you'll miss the spins. But you just click here and you choose how many tickets, 1 or 5. I'm going to do 5 just for fun. Our Neon Chain Summer series is paid in DGen because DGen was one of the sponsors. So we've made an integration that you actually pay in DGen, and I can talk a bit more about that later. But I got 5 tickets. So I basically collected 5 editions of Sloppy's piece of art on Blueprint bp.fun. And now I get to spin 5 times. So I don't know, can you hear the music?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. I forgot to turn the music on. This is how you know it's not rigged. I gotta try again the first one. Come on, jackpot. All right, correct. We're doing okay. And just for the sake of time, I'll use all my remaining spins. So this is going to do my next 3 spins all at once. It just sort of tells me how much better token I won, and then I just claim to my warplet, and that's it. And that's how you play the game, and then you can click to share, and that is Betrmint. So I'm glad we got to do it live, because that's the best way to experience the app. So, and now Net knows if you're watching, and I know you are, you can go ahead live with the game, and the rest of the DGens can play.
Oh, amazing. So now a new round is happening live right now. That's the case, right?
So
cool.
the way it works is essentially it goes live for everyone who holds a certain amount of our token, the Better token, 50 million or more. You get an early 10-minute head start essentially to spin, and then that way you don't have to stress and worry that you won't get in. And then after that, it opens up to public and tends to go pretty fast for whatever remaining prize pool is left.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's super cool. So yeah, I guess we'd love to hear a little bit more about like why you decided to build this and kind of what's it been like so far in building out a community.
Yeah. Well, the answer to the first question is very easy. I am a creator myself. I've done a lot of on-chain creating. I have a podcast myself and do videos and these types of things. And I know how difficult the plight of the creator is on-chain, even though there's all these novel, interesting ways to be paid for your creativity, like Farcaster weekly rewards, for example, or Zora or the base app. There's lots of different things that creators can try. It still ultimately remains very difficult for creators to have reliable ways to earn money for their creativity, essentially. And I was lucky enough to be selected for the Betrmint content accelerator at the end of last year. That's from Adam Levy. And he basically sort of cracked an interesting formula with his own podcast called Mint, where he learned how to sort of leverage different protocols like Boost Protocol and Layer 3 and others to incentivize people to collect his content. And then he also built some like purpose-built trackers and leaderboards for his own community too. And then, instead of like gatekeeping that, he decided to share it with other cohorts of creators, which I think is really awesome. And I was able to be in his second cohort of that program, learned a lot, was able to employ what I learned for ZeroPod and some of my other on-chain content. But ultimately, I noticed that one of the downfalls of some of these strategies is that you can have $1,000 of DGen, or you could have $1,000 of Better, or whatever token it is, and you could put it into a contract and hope that that's going to incentivize people to mint your content, collect your content. But if you don't have built-in distribution, if you're a small creator and you don't have a big following or what have you, it's kind of like I've been saying, it's like if a tree falls in the woods, that old question. It's like you can't like lead a horse to water. You have no way of getting to go and actually get that bonus and collect your content. So the idea behind Betrmint at its simplest was just like, what if we could create a mini app that gave people something to put in their calendars to show up on a certain day, patronize a creator that they appreciate, and then also have a little bit of a reward, a variable reward baked in, so they have a reason to want to show up, and a little bit of a dopamine hit. And that's kind of what turned into the MVP of Betrmint, and we've kind of built it from there.
Nice. And you guys have like a really strong community, right? Like, I guess can you talk a little bit more about that? Like any interesting things you've learned through it?
So since we launched a token as a companion to this app, we wanted to be able to, we launched it via Clanker, and we wanted to be able to put aside a bunch of the tokens. We reserved like 50% of the supply, the initial supply, for airdrops and for community initiatives. So the token was there from the get-go, but we didn't want to use it in sort of a gatekeeping manner. We didn't want to basically put a token gate on the app, because it just seemed really counterproductive to me. If you're trying to build an app and get people to use it and build a community, you don't want the first thing that people see when they jump into an app is you have to do this before you can even try it. And so instead of a token gate, we instead just put this tier, which we arbitrarily put at 50 million tokens at the time, which might have been like $50 or something when it first launched. And we just said, if you hold 50 million tokens, then you're in this Better Believers group. We started a group chat on Farcaster that people would join. We had to kind of like actually jerry rig a way to check that they own the token using the mini app, because you actually can't currently do token gating with the ERC20s in Farcaster, but we made it so that you could only get the link to the chat if you held the amount of tokens in the mini app. So we just started it as kind of like a way of slow building a community. I learned a lot about the value, I think, of growing communities slowly and organically from my time in Nouns, which I think is probably one of the most important things that Nouns has done properly, is just like this one auction every day forever, building a community very slowly and intentionally. And I guess that's just what happened is as the app grew in popularity and people started wanting to play more and more often, it became more valuable to get that early 10-minute warning for the game. 10-minute warning is nice when the games are an hour long, but it's even nicer when the games are 12 minutes, 13 minutes long. And so that kind of created this organic demand for people to hold that many tokens, and a community has grown from that chat. That's pretty rabid in the best way.
Yeah,
so
one
what's
thing
your-
I think I really like about this project is kind of the components that are outside of the core mini app, right? Like there's the spin, the daily spin, which is in there, right? But it makes, I think, amazing use of notifications, right? Because it's this kind of synchronous moment every day or periodically, right? When people come together to do the spin or get that advance notice of the spin, and it's like super oversubscribed, right? It happens very quick, right?
Yeah, we've been kind of like battling this problem, I guess you could call it, since the beginning of this.
It's a good problem.
It is a good problem to have, and that's what people always say. But my response is kind of always the same, which is that even though it is a good problem to have overwhelming demand, you also want the community to be able to grow. So it actually is a challenge for us. Like we don't want it to just be like this gated community of people who hold the token, because at that point it just is a token gated app, like I mentioned earlier. So we've been like experimenting with different things to try to slow the pace of the game down a little bit without kind of ruining the benefits of the 50 million token holders. We limited the amount of mints, for example, that you can mint both in the early and in the public, first to 10 and then to 5. And then we also worked with our partners at Betrmint to figure out how to get double the amount of tickets for a round too. So that sort of allowed us to double the amount of people who can spin each time in a round. But even still, like yesterday, we featured a piece from Naomi Afro Chicks, and she's very popular on the Farcaster ecosystem. And even with all those changes, the round only lasted like 12 minutes. And so it's still a work in progress, let's just say, to try and kind of smooth out that curve. I'd like to see the games last like 20 minutes at least, so that you have a good at least time. If you're paying attention, you have your notifications on, you get a chance to play more than likely.
Yeah, cool, good problem to solve, I guess. I think the other thing is the group chat, right? Like having that group of users. I think some of the most intensely excited mini app communities are built around group chats. So it's Betrmint for sure. I've heard about this legendary Betrmint chat for the 50 million better believers, the Brekkie group chat, those groups. Like I think that sort of using a chat as a way to build your community around an app is really cool tool.
Yeah, and having it live right in Farcaster is underrated as well. Like you could have a Telegram or have that chat anywhere, but it's pretty cool. Like for example, every day when this goes live, we drop the link in the chat too. So in case you missed the notification, or sometimes notifications could be delayed if you're on bad Wi-Fi or whatever, but you'll always get that link in the chat. So that's why I was saying when we first started this, it was like a rabid, everybody in that chat's like, when, like, when's it going to start? And then NetNose drops the link and everybody can click and play right from the chat, which is pretty cool. Composability.
Awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, Cody, you want to now share Scratch and tell us about also your journey building it?
For sure. Horsex, do you want to pull up your phone and just play it from there?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm a huge fan of Scratch, by the way. Like it's really fun getting to play with the Scratch cards, and the haptics are really exciting.
Thank you. And Base just supported haptics yesterday, so we are vibrating everywhere.
Nice. All right, here we are.
This is a family show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a dead simple app. Every day you get 5 cards. You can scratch them, and you automatically win rewards from them. So if Horsex, if you want to go scratch that
Start
horse.
Scratching. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, this is so fun. I love the haptics. I love the yeah, there we go.
Oh wow, you're like a much more meticulous scratcher than me. I'm like just like
crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy technique.
No.
Maybe this is what gets good luck.
Go.
So very, very simple. In some ways, like the origin of inspiration for this was that I just wanted to make a mini app, and I was fascinated by the format. And this was a couple months ago, and I was kind of shocked by how much control you get as a dev to make a mini app. And then I just started seeing interesting traction on it. And I'm like, okay, we could take this further. I think one of the hardest things in crypto, if you're making a new project, is like how to get the word out. And I wanted just like an amusing way to do that. And I think the scratch card is just a very, very funny format for that. And Horse, oh, too late. If you click on the when you win, if you click on the ticker, it will give you information on it. But yeah, so it's ultra simple, and we want to keep that simplicity and that smooth brainness. But we released a feature today that I can show as well. That link actually isn't native, but it'll still take you there.
Cool.
But yeah, you can go back to it now. That should be it. Yep, there we go.
Oh, I'm out of spin or out of scratches, but yeah.
So we released a new feature today that I will share my screen for.
Cool.
Cancel. Bear with me.
I was also going to add that you make really great use of notifications. Like I feel like Scratch and Betrmint are both great about like just letting you know when there's something new and something exciting to participate in.
Thank you. I think that was really the thing that changed my mind about mini apps, was like without the notification, or with the notification, there's just a whole other range of apps you can make. And that's like the one thing that a native Apple application will give you, but you have a problem with distribution there. So it's like really, it was like totally amazing to just be able to see how easy it was to integrate push notifications. But anyway, this is the new feature that we launched. We call it a social jackpot. And it's very simple. For anyone who's sponsoring a card, we want to allow them to target like whatever metrics they want, and like build. I mean, it's basically like a progressive jackpot, but instead of the users having to pay anything, it's just like it's incentivizing them to do whatever social activity the sponsor wants. And in this case, with Fat Horse, we were just gifted this from Kyle, and he just wanted to grow the project in general. So yeah, so this is just the view for it. So like every single win, every share makes the jackpot bigger over time. It's also tied to the Fat Horse value itself. So we just think this is an amusing way to make the game more interesting, both for players and for people who are sponsoring cards. So that's pretty much it for that feature. I made this view just to watch them come in live. I love being able to see how people scratch. We record all of that. We think that'll also be like Sybil resistance at a certain point, where if we just want to stop the bots, that's the way to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Interesting. It's like a CAPTCHA, right? Is it a human or a bot scratch pattern?
Oh God, we're gonna start getting ones that are like scratch every stoplight. No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I was actually curious, like, just like, has there been any really interesting scratch patterns? Because even just watching horsebacks, I was like, whoa, like this is so different.
Yeah, no, people are nuts. Yeah, some of them just attack the card. They want to get the token. They just want the token. Others like the routine of like smoothly doing it.
Yeah, I remember the first time seeing this one. Just the 3D sort of artifact of that card was really, really impressive, right? It felt like a step forward for mini apps. Seeing some of them that have a really nice, well thought out kind of interactive design like that. So
thank you.
Yeah, nice job with the design of the cards. It just feels really good, right? To scratch, you get the haptics, you get that feeling of like you're actually scratching a real thing in the real world.
It's the one interaction we really want to nail for that, for sure. But there really is. It's an open canvas for anyone building mini apps. You can do sort of whatever you want inside of there, and I think we're really just scratching the surface for that right now. You're mostly limited by like loading speed and things like that. Like Farcaster has a long tail of people around the world who I think have various Wi-Fi bandwidth. So that's something to also be considerate of. But no, it's just it's a huge open canvas.
I'm curious how you landed on this, because I know you've had a couple iterations, right? There's gems before this, and maybe another couple experiments you did. Kind of what did you learn from that process and kind of in iterating and getting to this design that seems to have stuck and seems to be working really well?
For sure. So for the first mini app I developed, it was a riff on Minesweeper, where you were able just to tap, and then if you hit a mine, you wouldn't get any rewards. And we saw interesting activity on that for the first couple days, but people churned because it was too stressful of a game. So I like reoriented my thinking. I'm like, what is just like the smoothest brain thing? Like, what's something I could like give to people that's like something to look forward to every day at noon? And so I landed there. I also just think you just get a curiosity gap with scratch cards, where the default assumption from any normal person is that you're paying for them. And that's the whole point. It's gambling. But when they're free, you're like, what? How does this work? And we see that as like the curiosity gap to be like a bridge towards normies and really go mainstream with this. The deeper inspiration for the project is really like it's an old school crypto faucet in some sense. People forget that like in the early days of Bitcoin, people struggled so hard to get people to understand it at all that people made these sites to just give it away. So there was a site that existed, I forget how long ago, where if you showed up every day and you press the button, you got 5 Bitcoin. It gave you 5 Bitcoin for free. So I see that as like one of the coolest formats that's sort of natively developed inside of the crypto ecosystem. And I see a lot of room to just package that, some of those notions, and a form factor that is just very easy to understand. Like even my parents sort of understand this, or they're at least like, huh? What is that? May as well play.
It's really cool. Yeah. And it's interesting to see, I guess there's kind of a theme in both of these projects in that sense. Like I think I like about Betrmint, right, is you do the spin, but you also get this artifact, right? You collected the art or the podcast or whatever is being promoted that day. Yeah, it makes me think all the way back to like, pool together, right? This notion of like no loss lottery, right? So you can have, crypto projects that are incentivized and that are speculative in some sense, but also are kind of no loss, right? Like everyone's a winner, very positive sum. It's interesting when you hear people, the haters sometimes say like, oh, this feels financialized, this feels speculative, but actually you're able to build, games and tools and experiences that are positive sum for everyone, even if they still have that little sort of component of speculation or incentivization, right? That driving some behavior.
We're just giving them a taste.
We've been able to build like interesting little scaffolding integrations too for other protocols too, which is fun. Like you can do a Zora coin on Betrmint, for example, and we had to build custom contracts to make that work. But the idea of like looking at something like what Zora is doing and saying, yeah, it's really cool, and it opens up all these new ways that creators can potentially get paid. But there's also nothing quite like dropping a piece of art and getting paid for it immediately without having to wait for volume. And so we were able to kind of combine those two ideas together and not necessarily say one is better than the other, but why not both? And mini apps are a good primitive to be able to stack those Legos together.
Cool. Well, yeah, should we look at a couple more, Linda?
Yeah. So we had a couple on our side. And also, by the way, if there's any mini apps beyond Scratch or Betrmint that you want to highlight too, feel free to shout it out. We kind of just pulled together some additional ones we want to showcase. So I think, on Horseback side.
Yeah, I can get started. I have yours pulled up here. I wanted to show Letter Loops. This is a new daily puzzle game. This group of devs called Omniax DAO created it. I've been a big fan of the mini word. I don't know, we've probably talked about it many times on this program and on the timeline and all over. These kind of daily puzzle games are really fun to me. Yeah, just another pattern here, right? Of you get the notification, or you kind of know that every day, just like Scratch, right? Like, you know, at noon you have a new game to play. But yeah, I love these, especially when there's a leaderboard, and especially for me, is kind of like a word cell, a game that you can do that's very, very verbally oriented. So I've been starting to play this as with as much dedication as I have the mini word. But yeah, it's kind of fun. You just today's. I haven't done this one yet. You get like a directed graph of word here, and you have to figure out what word this is. So you need to like go through. I think they can repeat multiple times. I don't know. I'm still figuring this out. Let's see. Some word in here. Basalts, maybe. Oh.
I've learned I'm not very good at this game, by the way. So,
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I struggle with this one. I think it's a really intriguing game, though.
Incorrect answer.
And Horsefacts, you should be so good at this based on your mini word ability.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's not basalt. Oh, maybe it's basalts, like plural, because the ends at the S.
Basalts.
Oh, nice.
Basalts. There you go. Yeah, we got it. Anyways, types of dark volcanic rock. But yeah, fun game, little game, once a day. Similarly timed, right? Kind of like the mini word, right? Where you have this countdown clock. You know, the time is on as soon as you start it, and you get to kind of. I like the practice aspect of these in some sense, right? Like on the mini word, you kind of practice every day, and it's about showing up every day and seeing if you can improve your time from the day before. So my list of these is getting getting longer and longer, right? My mini app to-do list is like every 12 hours, do the Scratch, do my mini word. Job. Yeah, exactly. Feed my Pokemons and stuff. But yeah, anyways,
and you can cast stats too, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do this. I don't know if this one. Yeah.
Nice.
Get any kudos for this one, but there you go. Cool.
Great.
Anyways, that's Letter Loops. Go try it out. And then Linda, we wanted to show duels. Is that the one?
Yeah, I think it's dual.
Duel. Oh yeah, we also have duels.
And by the way, I just did my Betrmint spins. Yeah, so that was really fun. I wanted to make sure I caught it too, because I know it goes fast.
It did end. It ended very quickly. It ended
while
Cody was talking.
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah. Okay. And then I also did my scratch cards too, and I got tip-in from both. So I'm just curating.
Love tip-in.
Yeah.
Love tip-in.
Cool. So Duel is a new mini app built by Stephen B, I believe. And it's just a really great way to play like fun mini app games, but then also stake a small amount of crypto, and whoever wins gets to take all of it. The thing that's different here is it's actually the games are live, so you need to like get matched with an opponent, but it also makes it really fun because it is like you're actually playing someone live. So I think that is we can try to see if there's anyone in the matches right now, but I also liked how they did the onboarding, like teaching you how to actually play this and find an opponent. They have 3 different games. There's like a puzzle one. If you hit the info, the question mark under games, it'll go over what each one is. By the way, I'm like scarred from balloons.
We got a balloon game. Yeah.
Balloon Fi really scares me right now. So like you can click like a puzzle word or something like that, and then you can get and find an opponent, or you can challenge a friend directly. So you can play, like one of you all can play, or I can play against Horsefacts right now.
Let's set one up. Should we try to challenge friends? How do I do this? Okay.
I can try to challenge. If you want to challenge me right now. Oh, we're doing Geospot. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose this one.
Oh yeah, what do you want to do? You pick. Do
I'll probably do puzzle word. But
okay, let's do puzzle word.
I feel like you're just like better at games as a whole. Okay.
This is another mini app where the push notification really comes into play.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so.
Okay, cool. So you got a push notification on your side?
I got an invite. Yep, and then I'm joining it. So I just need to deposit approve USDC. So I'm just approving on my side, and then deposit it. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you just need to go through that flow.
Oh, I gotta go on my side. Okay.
So I think it's cool. Like it's like actual money on the line. Like I mean, obviously small amount of money, which makes it fun. But for actually playing the game.
I would love.
You got to do the last deposit, and this is good user feedback. But approve.
I would love to never have to approve USDC again.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's coming soon. Yeah. You know, a few months from now, probably this is not gonna happen. Hopefully, it's even sooner than that.
How would that even work technically?
Well, so with smart wallets, like we already have transaction batching supported in many apps, but on the Warpcast wallet side, we're not yet a smart wallet that can like atomically batch. But once we have that on both sides, so in Base, of course, is using a smart wallet already, so that's possible. You can at least batch that together, so it's sort of invisible to the end user that they're even doing an approval. It's always a two-step thing.
I'm gonna give them the
see if I
user
can-
feedback. So I think their approve actually meant confirm. And it wasn't like it came across that it was like you need to do your first step of approve and then confirm. So I'm just gonna give that feedback.
Yeah. Do we have a match code, Linda?
Oh, it canceled because you didn't do
Yeah.
it. But it's cool because like I didn't lose my money or anything. 900706.
900706. All right, let's try on web.
Oh. I don't know how to find you.
One sec,
Well,
we got it. I
this is,
think
I mean,
we got
what's
it.
really cool is this was just built. So he is very much in the get feedback phase.
Our
Okay.
creator that we featured today just DM'd and said he can't open his Farcaster app because he has too many notifications. So I think that's good.
All right,
I think that's good. Well, I
Another
said I'll
good-
report. I'll report it to Horsefax Live.
another good problem. Yeah. Okay, let's send you a new challenge, Linda. Let's try that, and then I'll just see if we can match.
Okay. I have
this
it
one.
right here.
Figure it out. Hey, there we go. Okay.
So now we just got to deposit. Okay. Got it on my side.
Cool. Yeah, this kind of live experience does feel like the next step up, or like a new pattern I'm starting to see in many apps that people are beginning to experiment with. It's kind of the frontier. There are occasional rough edges to it sometimes.
Oh, you have to hit
But it's really cool when it happens. Like we have Pet Rock World.
Wait, sorry, you have to hit approve.
I have to hit approve. Okay.
Yeah, because it means confirm here. No, you keep hitting cancel.
Oh yeah, it's not popping up anything when I hit approve.
Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Well, this is the app. You should check it out. And give
Do it
feedback.
live.
You need to give user feedback. This is what happens when you do things just live.
Yep.
It is true.
Cool. But yeah, I really like the way they've designed the onboarding process. So always stuff that I'm sure Steven's down to receive feedback on.
Matching is hard too, eh? Like even like AAA games like Hearthstone and stuff sometimes struggle with matching players and stuff. So
That's
can't
true.
be easy.
Yep. Oh, Horsedash, you're still on it. Okay.
I'm still trying. It's okay.
I
I just want to pop the balloons. I love balloon-fi, so like yeah, if I hear there's balloons to pop, I'm there.
Cody, is there anything else like you wanted to highlight, or otherwise, like send us off with a message?
Go ahead, Cody.
I was impressed by Vibe Market and the pack opening experience. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about how what's under the hood with Vibe Market in terms of how things are valued and the mechanics of it, but it seems to have something figured out. And I thought it was, but I just that one experience of opening the pack is like they just really nailed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Vibe Market. I haven't done this yet. Let's try one. Is there a pack I should try here?
Do the $3 one. They get expensive. That's the other thing
Okay.
I don't understand. I'm
Okay,
like,
yeah, here we go. This one's $3. All right,
I have no idea what this one is, but buy it.
I'm buying it. Yeah, I don't. All right, I got a pack, and now I click open to open.
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh, I got some apes. All right, look at that.
Yes.
What are these?
And you can feel it has good haptics as well.
Really amazing. Oh wow, shows me my cards one by one. I love this.
And
I think
you-
you get one card. I think you only get one card.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, but if you go to it, if you go to inventory, or there you go.
Oh yeah.
You can just see
Yeah.
it, and it will tell you if it's a common or not.
Okay.
The design is really fun on this app too, I think.
Yeah. Oh, foil none, rarity common, wear pristine. Yeah, look at that.
And you can dump it. It gives you the price to dump it if you want to.
I'm not gonna dump it.
I know it's clearly a grail.
It's a great, yeah.
Yeah, this one's really well designed. I like
Amazing.
all the colors.
And I like how it's given various artists like a particular kind of canvas to do a project with. And I think it gets back to what people really loved about NFTs was just that like unboxing experience that just takes you back to childhood, Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or whatever. was your-
I don't know if this is intentional, but it kind of gives me like old school Top Shot vibes too. The aesthetic and whatnot.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh man, Top Shot. Haven't thought about them in a while.
It's been a little while.
Oh, these look cool. Look at this vaporwave thing. All right, I'm gonna do
Oh,
one more.
yeah, it's a nice aesthetic. Yeah, now Horseshack's gonna be spending a ton of money on.
Another.
It's so smooth. Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're waiting for randomness here.
Mhm.
I can pick one to tackle. Okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty fun. Oh, I got a Casio wristwatch. Amazing.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Cool. All right, Vibe Market. Check it out. And I think it's featured up at the top in mini apps right now. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's our stream. So, anything you guys want to send us off with?
Cody, you want to go?
Sure. Well, first of all, just thank you for having me. It was really fun to be here, and also it was really serendipitous that we were able to play the game live on the stream. It was meant to be, I think. So it was really fun. Thank you for that. And yeah, if you're watching this and you haven't checked out Betrmint yet, get on Farcaster first or the base app and check it out. You can search just Betrmint. You'll find our account, our channel, and the app, and go play one of our games Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 3 p.m. EST.
Nice. My send off is if you are watching this and you've thought about making a mini app, but you haven't done it, do it. Do it. It is much easier than you think it is. All the vibe coding tools make it so much simpler. And it really is an amazing introduction, like not just to coding. I don't think that's the real emphasis, although that's important, but how to get distribution on your own creation. And Farcaster is just such a good way to do it. So if you're on the fence, get off the fence and follow Scratch and Scratch every day.
Nice. Make sure to follow
Awesome.
Cody and Cody.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna start it. We have to start a new show now, Cody.
Cody and Tony.
Cody and Tony show.
Love it.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.